Hey everyone, welcome back to another Today in Tarkov, and this is going to be a big tit, if you get what I'm saying. There's a ton of news here to talk about, not just updates, things like that to the game, but there's a Christmas event, there's drops, there's a special thing that I get to do for BSG, some content where we'll talk about that here in a little bit, but also discounts and all the other kind of stuff that comes with the Christmas time of year in Tarkov. So let's not waste any more time and dive right into the tit.
Oh, do you find me sexy? Oh, look at my titties. Oh,
So first things up, let's talk about the Christmas gift, because I'm sure that's the thing you guys are most excited about. Simply put, go to escapefromtarkov.com, sign into your profile. You'll click on this little profile thing here. It'll take you through a bunch of steps. You're gonna have to do some verification, clicking on boats, things like that. And then once you're in, you'll be looking at this screen. There's two things here we'll talk about, but first off is going to be the Christmas gift. This little box down here, you see, you click on the little thumbnail. And it's going to say your gift. See, mine's gift's already used. You're going to message that says it was sent. I did this earlier. I got excited and I was like, oh shit, now I can't show the guys what the message is, but whatever. That's what you do. You do it right here in your profile. And then when you're in your game, you come to Messenger and you're going to get this system message. So there you go. It's talking about New Year's, this, that, and the other. So click receive all. And here is your gift. We got ourselves a beard, some grenades, a 7.62 SCAR, some 80 rounds, and an ammo case. Along with a keycard case. So cool stuff. Just hit receive all. You've got it. This thing's pretty kitted, so you'll know when you're seeing these around the next day or two, you're wondering where people got these. This is where. Now, on top of that, we also have the winter holiday sale, which means there's going to be a discount, 25% off pre-orders, which is just buying the game, basically, or any upgrades. So if you've been hanging on, not getting EOD, here is your chance. If you want to get buddies into the game, here's a chance to get them a little bit cheaper. Cool little image. This is on Lighthouse, one of the cottages. You got all the gifts you got sitting right there from BSG. Now with this, what we get most every year also is a Christmas tree in the hideout. It's a little bit different each time, but basically there'll be ornaments around raids that you can pick up, and then you can use those to craft items in the hideout. And sometimes it's crazy stuff like weapon cases, good guns, armor, all kinds of stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see what they put together for that, but I would expect to see that here any day now as well. Then with that, you'll have scavs and stuff you can get in raid where there's Christmas Santa hats and beards, and the beard like we saw there, all that kind of goody stuff. I expect to be seeing that at the same time. It'll all kind of happen at once, kind of like the Halloween event where you get pumpkin heads and stuff, but we'll just have to kind of wait and see what they do. Now, on top of this, BSG is going to be doing a drops event with Twitch. That means if you're signed in on Twitch and you're watching people's streams and you click on collect items, you're going to get some items in game that'll get delivered to you kind of the same way you're gifted. Now, same deal. I might do another video walking you guys through this, but right here on your profile, this is where you do it. You got to link your Twitch account, and then you've got to watch a stream that has drops, and then you'll get drops. We'll talk about that a little bit more later once we get closer to the 28th. You can go to the link. I'll throw this link up so you can see it. They talk through everything. Drops are going to be from the 28th to the 8th. The front and the back end day drops are for anybody, any streamer that is streaming, they get them. But then 29th to the 7th, there's about 65 streamers a day, I think is what it is. I didn't count them all. There's a lot. Each day it rotates and different streamers get drops different days. You'll usually see some of the bigger streamers, Pestily, Landmark, those guys will get like a chain going. So if you're following one of them, they just raid the next guy. So you're always on a channel getting drops. We'll see how that works. Yours truly, I got it. I got lucky enough to be given an opportunity to give drops. My day is going to be the 30th, which is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. Haven't set a time yet. I don't know if we're going to do a 24-hour stream. I don't know if my old ass can do a 24-hour stream. We'll do it as long as we can. I'll get you more details once we get a little closer to that. But you can come in here and you can click and see there's my name right there. Who else is in here? You got Tarkov Reporter that I know. Pestily, of course, everybody knows that. Anybody in here, you can go look around for your favorite streamer and country so you can get the right language on the different days. Now, this is going to be a big event, and the kind of exciting news that I was talking about is BSG has asked me to help them put some content together for this whole week, that they're going to be doing stuff on their Twitch channel and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing it with some other content creators. I don't want to get into a lot of details yet. I might surprise you guys, but super cool opportunity. Super excited to be able to go do some stuff directly for BSG. And I'm excited for giving you guys some new kind of content that we can get to do with those guys. With all that out of the way, talking about the Christmas stuff, let's get into the changes. We'll go first into the patch notes from BSG. They dropped a hot fix the 22nd to fix a bunch of bugs, or make an attempt to. Not everything's fixed. There's still issues, but they're making progress. I'm not going to go into super great detail about these. The big ones is there's some sound bugs, some graphical bugs. I know there's guys out there having problems in the rain. I think it's mostly centered around AMD graphics cards. They are aware of it. They're working on it. I can't offer anything more than that. I think there was some stuff done in here to try to fix it, but we'll just have to see if they got there or not, because they talk about some of the sound bugs being fixed. I'm still running into them, so they're not 100% fixed, though they are better for me. On top of that, they fixed where scavs will shoot walls on customs, just kind of randomly, bots. And for the longest time, we have thought this was on purpose. We thought it was just a funny troll by BSG to bait players around, because when they first started doing this over a year ago, you'd hear scavs shooting at gas and you'd take off running to go shoot them, because you thought there was players over there, but there it wasn't. It was just some scav looking at the wall shooting it with a shotgun until he runs out of ammo. So it looks like that's been fixed. Sanitar's kind of been buffed a little bit. He won't run away from his guards. You know, you used to be able to kind of scare him away and then pick on his guards and then go kill him. Doesn't sound like that'll happen anymore. Rogue's behavior has been modified. When you got into a fight with them up close range, they would go prone and then stand back up and give you kind of an opportunity there to kill them where they weren't shooting you back. So it sounds like they're even harder now. And then they fixed an issue with the MK17, which is the SCAR, where I guess mags were freezing in chest rigs. We've seen this other guns in the past, so hopefully they've got that fixed, because it really sucks. They fixed a problem where player scavs could spawn on top of roofs in Lighthouse, where you'd be stuck because there'd be no way off. So they fixed that. They fixed the screwy animation when you were firing the double barrel shotgun with double tap mode. It basically looked like your PMC's legs were breaking. So it looks like they fixed that. And then the big change here is they removed free looking when you're ADS'd. So before, you used to be able to get behind a scope and, you know, you zoom in when you lay down, like you get behind the scope, but everything else gets bigger. And then when you were down like that, you'd be able to kind of use your free look and look around and get kind of a zoomed in view, like you had magnifying, you know, vision or something. They have fixed that. You can no longer look around. So all those handy dandy things where you were on your scope and looking up at the rangefinder, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. You are stuck looking behind the scope while you're ADS'd. They adjusted some AI settings with scavs and rogues. I'll talk about that. We got some of those in unlisted changes we'll talk about here in a sec, the specifics there. They added clothes sorting by availability for Ragman. So when you're in Ragman and you're trying to buy, you know, fancy clothes to make yourself look like a pimped out PMC in Raid, they've changed that around so that you can sort those by available, so you're not trying to figure through what you do have and don't have. And then there's a bunch of client and server side optimizations, which is good to hear. Now let's talk about the unpublished changes, if you will. The first of which being that they lowered scavs on Lighthouse. There used to be 7 player scavs at one point. At any given time, you could have up to 7 player scavs. They've lowered that to 5 now, so there will be no more than 5 player scavs at any one point in time on Lighthouse. This will inherently make queue times higher for scavs. Keep that in mind if you're running it. That's what's going on. And then next up, some changes to ammo, mostly velocities. They've tweaked a bunch of velocities in here. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of great detail here. They've made changes to PRS, PP, and a lot of P90 ammo. So for example, SB193 was kind of like a cheaper version of SB190, but in reality that round is a subsonic round IRL. Now it has its velocity cut by almost 70%, so it went from over 900 to less than 300. They changed some of the sounds, the sound profile of it, some of the changes. Again, you can come look in here if you want to see the specifics, but they also changed 300 blackout with that as well, sped it up a little bit. On top of this, they nerfed AP20 accuracy by about 30%. So it's 30% less accurate now. So it should be harder to get some of those really long shots with AP20, which I'm okay with, because AP20 is just flat out broken. Being able to shoot around that can one tap class 4 and below armor that far away and be super accurate with it is just not, I don't think it's a good thing. Let's just put it that way. So I think it's a good balance buff, but keep that in mind if you're shooting AP20, that it's not as accurate as it used to be. Now with this, we were talking about AI scavs earlier. They have changed the ranges on some of these, and I think they've reduced them. It's hard to say. We don't have information on where they were. We just got what they are now. And basically, like, elite sniper scavs are impossible. There's a high level, there's different levels of scavs, right? And they have different health and different abilities and different gear and stuff like that. But the top level sniper scavs can shoot you from 250 meters away. Now, I've had them shoot at me further away than that on customs and shoreline. So I feel like this was this was turning it down. So 250 meters is where they're going to engage you. I know that because they shoot at me and I'd shoot them back, and I have like 280, 290, 300 yard kills on sniper scavs that I think were shooting at me. I'm pretty sure they were shooting at me. Bullets were hitting near me, but I'm hoping that's turned down. But still, 250 meters on sniper scavs, and then 140 meters on regular scavs that are like elite level, impossible level, whatever you want to call it. They can shoot you out to 140 meters. So we'll wrap this tit up here, get it out to you guys. I hope you guys get a chance to enjoy the Christmas event. If you're not traveling or you're spending time with family, that's awesome. You're not going to miss out. The stuff will be here when you get back. Otherwise, wish you the best of luck out there, and we'll see you in Tarkov.